Everything in my life led me to this moment. Led me to a moment of self-expression. Led me to a moment of realizing that I can do and be anything that I set my mind to. And I like it here. And I definitely thank God for my gifts. And now it's time for me to be able to shine and share that with the world. I'm super excited about this podcast. I'm super excited about this place that I'm in. Happiness has finally found its way to me, and I'm here to share it with everybody. Namaste and Ashe.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Friday. Y'all know what day it is. It is Sugar Trash Podcast Friday. So today, you know, I have my favorite person on here, you know, author and my sister and my very, very good friend, Miss Shamika Roberts. So, you know, next season, we're going to have those little, the crowd tomorrow. Yay! Yeah, we got to work on that. We're going to talk to management. He probably going to say no, but that's all right. I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to send him an edible arrangement to say thank you. See, you heard that? He is a mess. But today, you guys, we're trigger warning. So today's topic is listen, because tell me why I should have wrote that down. So who's responsible for the father's absence in a child's life? And me and Meeks, we have had this conversation because I triggered a lot of people on TikTok with my stitch to a video. But listen, y'all, I don't cut these women no slack. I don't cut them no slack at all. Because it takes two to make a baby. It takes two to make a decision. So, yes, the responsibility lies on both parties. However, what side of the fence that I'm on is a little straddled. So, we're going to jump right into it. We are going to go ahead with our first, I want to say photo because it may not be a clip. I can't even remember now because I'm excited. So, run it, BJ.
Fall back and be the queen and let most women are trying to be the leader. That's why you can't find a man. You can't be the king in the house. Fall back and be the queen and let your man lead the way.
What does that mean? You can't be a leader because a lot of women look at it like, no, you know, I can lead in my household. I can do this in my household. What does that mean?
That's not how it's supposed to be, and that's why we bump heads. Society have placed our men, and women have to stand up and be the mother and the father and the provider. And so then now you are so bad, you can't be told nothing, that when the right man come, you lose him because you're trying to be the man.
Can we be equal?
Oh, of course. Because at the end of the day, I'm the neck, my man's the head. So he can't make any moves without his wife. It all works together. But you can't be the head of the house. You got to let the man be the head of the house. But it's a generational thing, and it's what we've been taught. Stand up, be strong. A dude coming. Everything about you is like a man. You have to learn how to submit. You can still be a queen. Queen plays a part. The king needs his queen. There's certain things that he can't see that we see.
Some people would say the queen is the most valuable piece on the board.
Has to sit back and allow her king to be. Most women are trying.
Okay, because it took me a second. I didn't know what was happening. So listen, you guys, the reason why this clip is important in the beginning is because I'm not going to say women have a certain place or a certain role, but what I don't like, and I had to learn this from my older sister, is you shouldn't tell a woman, oh, happy Father's Day. She didn't make the baby by herself, right? So at some point that masculine has to come out, even though the father is absent, you put him out, whatever the case may be, you have to be able to present that role to your kids. They got to know the difference, right? And so the one thing I can say as a child of a home that was split, I hated watching my mother talk shit about my father. Yes, we are the glasses twins, babe. I hated to hear my mom talk about my dad. First of all, I thought it was inappropriate. Second, I thought that it painted a very bad picture of my father. And I feel like it was done on purpose because you wanted me to dislike my father as much as you disliked him. So that's a big problem. And I feel like if things are generational, then you need to break that curse of if you're in a relationship and it's working, but then something goes left and there's no discussions being had and children are the result of not talking to each other, then who's really to blame for that? So I'm gonna get your thoughts on that clip. Space out your fussing, Shamika. Okay, space it out. But I'm gonna get your opinion on that particular clip, though.
Right now you want it? Okay. I agree
yes, right now.
Caleb, no, son, absolutely not. This is live. Sorry.
Listen, it's okay.
I mean, listen, to a certain degree, I agree. I'm you have to allow your husband to lead. You have to, and that your husband is where I'm absolutely in total agreement with. If he's your husband, you absolutely have to allow him to lead. You trusted yourself to marry this man, so you trust him to lead. So you have to allow him to do those things.
Right.
For a boyfriend or anything other,
no, we're not giving that same respect. No,
that's not a something we gonna do. But as far as I mean, I can't disagree. It's some of the terminology throws me a little bit, but that's because I'm one of those very firm, dependent type of woman. I'm not super strong, but I know where my femininity is. But I've been living in my masculinity for years. So
I was about to ask you that. Do you feel like you're operating in your masculinity because you have to protect your kids?
Absolutely.
So, do you think that should travel over into the communication with the father? Because you know that age-old term, you can get more flies with honey than you can with vinegar.
It depends on the fly.
Okay. Elaborate a little bit.
It depends on the fly. I've been on my end, I've tried not to operate in my masculinity, but sometimes there are moments where I have to operate in my masculinity and communication with him because he doesn't allow anything different. And by that I mean, like, there's always going to be a point where I can come as softly, I can come as respectfully, I can come as calmly as I need to be, because I know that most of the time if I come real heavy, you're not gonna catch my point. You're gonna disregard everything that I said, and then we're gonna go head to head without ever catching, ever dealing with what I called for, what you called for, whatever the case may be. So I know that sometimes I have to come, but there are other times where it's got to come. It's my masculine, my energy is going to come through because I'm only going to be nice for so long. I'm only going to be, soft for so long. I'm only going to be calm for so long. And the minute I feel like there's disrespect to that is the minute I have to show you something different.
Understood. I get that part. And it's so funny because Derek LaFond, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right, actually asked the question I was getting ready to ask. So we'll just read it. So he said, what if the mother doesn't want the father to be in the kid's life for personal reasons? I'll let you answer that first because, yeah.
We're asking, she doesn't want the father in the life because of her personal reasons, because of her issues with him.
Apparently, that's got to be what it is when it's for personal reasons. I'm gonna assume.
I'm gonna call it trash. Not to be mean, I'm gonna call it trash. As you were saying, your mom talked. My mom never talked bad about my dad. She never did. And it got to a point, and if you're watching, any of y'all watching, just, it is what it is. It got to a point to where, when I finally got to get around him and get to know who he was, I was very angry. I was like, you should have warned me. You could have told me something about him because I was out there left with, childhood dreams. My dad was superhero. My dad was Superman. As a kid, like, he was everything. And then I go to meet him and I realize, like, hold up. Well, he's human, first of all, but hold up. This is not a, but she never said anything bad about him. She never told me anything that went on with him. And so she had at any point in her life, she could have very, very well been like, he has no parts. I don't want him to have anything to do with you because of their personal relationship. But she allowed me to meet him and to form my own opinion.
Okay. I was saying hi to John.
She allowed me to form my own opinion. And I think that that's what we should not allow, and we can, but we should not allow what our personal issues is with that other person to determine, you know, what goes on between our kids. I've got 3. My oldest, me and her father, apparently I'm single, which I'm not asking anybody to date me. I'm happy.
Don't start that shit. Go, carry on.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, so apparently it didn't work out, right?
Okay.
I have major issues with him. He there was a lot of lies told. For example, we met and he was like, I was young. I don't want to date anybody with kids. That's not to disparage anybody here nor there, but that's not what I wanted at the time. He told me he didn't have any children.
Was that a lie?
That was a complete and utter lie. He had a 5-year-old.
Oh no. Okay.
And things started snowballing well after that.
Okay.
But I never ever at one point stopped him from being a part of her life. You know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna go into
it was his choice.
We did paternity tests that were, you know, he sent other people down to take his tests. But anyways, so it was a whole lot of things that I could have done that I could have held him accountable for. But when he reached out, he was like, "Hey, I want to get to know her." Da 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 da. I had no problem with it. That's for her to determine. Your kids are to determine. I could have been a bitch and be like, "No, you're absolute," but I can't because it's for the betterment of my kids, and number 2, it didn't work out very well.
Right.
And for the 2, you know what I mean? Honestly, I've got a selfish kind of a nature sometimes, and I'll be damned if that comes back to bite me in the ass later. You know, my kids want to blame me for, you know, not having a relationship with their father. So women that do that, I think, are utter trash. Like, that's not about you. It's never been about you. It's always been about your kids. And if you can't put your kids first, I hate to say, but you deserve every bit of whatever you get.
I mean, I agree. I will say this. Because I have to get out of that saying I don't have kids. I actually do. I have 2 bonus kids, which, hey, Lindsay, which, you know, I would love to spend time with, right? I would love to, but their mother is a nightmare. And hopefully my husband is okay with me sharing just a part of the story, but she's a goddamn nightmare. And the funny part is I knew her before he met her. So when he showed me who she was, I was like, you had kids with her? She is nuts. You know, like, I'm like, she the kind of chick that make you want to skull drag her ass from the other side of a counter. Her mouth is not delivered, and neither is mine. Right. So he has beautiful kids, you know, them little, you know, y'all hear about me saying about some chocolate babies. It's pretty chocolate babies. You know what I mean? And so I would love to spend time with them. Would love to, you know, but that's not an opportunity that I'm going to get. Is because he's with me. She flat out told him, I don't want them around another woman, so I'm not bringing them. What the fuck? And that is something that I see a lot. You have women that are like, I don't want my kids around some woman. Well, you have every opportunity to spend time with me, just you and I.
Yeah, see, and that's what I was going to say. It kind of depends on why they like that. Again, unfortunately, I've had that incident.
Cheers, Lindsay.
I've had that incident too. You know what I mean? But it was not because I didn't want my child around them. I need to know for my sake that my child is going to be safe and comfortable with you. Again,
and I mean,
falling back to my
your first point,
dad, right? Like he was married. His wife was nice and she was sweet to me when I was in her face.
Oh, but behind your back, it was something different.
Yeah, it was something different. You know what I mean? It was, you know, to make it look good for her with my dad. You know what I mean? And so I've seen instances where women are like, oh my God. And then as soon as the father's not around, it's a whole different type of deal. I needed, as a mother for my child, I needed to make sure that me and this lady were adults. We were women, and that my child felt safe around her. You know what I mean? And it has nothing to do, on my end, it had nothing to do with jealousy, but sometimes it is jealous. Sometimes it is because he's done better, or he's moved on, or he's done this. And so absolutely not. Sometimes it's that in the back of the mind, you know, he'll always be mine because we have kids together, which is.
Oh, wait. Okay, so let me let me help you out with that, because let me tell you something, because I had to do this with my ex's baby mama, right? Because he and I were together for 6 years, so I have been with all of his children. You know, first 3 months of me being with their father, his son that passed away. You'll hear me talk about my stepson that passed away. The father of the other 2 kids tried to jump on him. Baby, I got out that car so fast and jumped in between him and that man. I was like, hit him and I'm gonna kill your ass. And I'm in the middle of the lawn. Put your hands on him and see what happened. Put your hands on me, but you ain't gonna hit him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And from that day forward, that child was very protective of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just now really meeting y'all. Y'all just now in my life, but I know this as an adult. I am not about to let another grown man put their hands on a child that don't belong to them. You're not doing that. I have gone to the school and have told the sheriffs about my stepson. I said, let me tell you something. If any other kid put their hand on my child, you might as well hire me, because I swear to God, it's going to be a problem. You're going to call security every time you see me on campus. So if I'm in that child's life, I know no different. You know what I'm saying? When you send your child with me, just like you would protect them with your life, that's the same thing I'm going to do here. You know, and it's unfortunate that I don't have that opportunity with my bonus kids. You know what I mean? Because you step over here, you're protected at all times. You're allowed to be yourself within reason. You know, if your father's not okay with it, it don't get done. You know, now the daughter was a little bit different. That little heifer is the devil. She is Chucky. I'm telling you, oh my God, she's baby Chucky. You know, so it's a little bit different when you're dealing with a father and his daughter. Now, that's where the problem came in, because I was like, yeah, you can't differentiate. Like, I'm your woman. This is your child. You need to make sure that she understands the roles in the house. You know, now to your point about it being jealous because he's always mine because we had kids, that don't mean shit. I'm going to tell you that coming from a woman in somebody's life who, with a woman that thinks that way, that don't mean a damn thing to us. Because a woman like me would tell you, girl, that don't mean shit. What that mean? What the fuck does that mean? All you did was have kids for him. You know what I'm saying? And I know it sounds fucked up, but it's like, this why y'all can't get along, because you need to stop holding on to that fantasy, because if you wanted to be with him, y'all would have stayed together. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where females be wanting to fight me. They be like, you a bitch, and am, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like and here's the thing too, Shamika, I tell women all the time, you have to understand this about men. Men are going to be different with each partner they're with. They are not going to be the same person. Each woman brings out a certain thing in that man.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. So
I had to tell my mother that. She was mad at me for a while, but I told her, I said, so look, a quick little backstory. My stepdad probably gonna be mad, and so is my sister, but whatever, I'm grown. My father never cheated on my mother, but her father did. And he married her. He married the woman. So my mother put her big girl panties on, and she had a conversation with the new wife in regards to my sister. And my mom's like, I don't have a problem with you. Just don't put your hands on my child. It's the one thing I'm asking you to not do.
Right.
Towards the end, do you know that woman grabbed my sister's collar? My mother busted in her ex-mother-in-law's house and commenced to fighting my stepdad to get to the wife, because she said, you had one job. I told you not to put your hands on my child, and you did it anyway. So I'm going to say this on the side of a woman that has come into a relationship with kids, and you have the child that is consistently disrespectful, right? And you tell the parent and nothing is happening, right? So now you're on the side of, okay, this little kid is finna make me go to jail, you know? And I've had to. My stepdaughter, she tried me. And she hung from the wall. I wasn't playing. I grabbed her by her shoulders and put her up on the wall. I was like, now say that shit again. Then she commenced to closing her eyes. You want to know what I did? Peeled them bitches open. She lucky that's all I did. So the father was like, well, we need to talk about that. I ain't talking about shit. I'm not. Like, here's the thing.
I'm not, because what do you do in that situation? If you got a kid, and hear me clear. I am that somebody about my kids. I really am.
Mm-hmm.
I can be cool, calm, and collected all day long, but the minute you say, look, do anything with my children, it's you get a whole different kind of cat.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I've been around a bunch of disrespectful kids, and my thing is if the parents are not going to correct them, and I've talked to you, and I'm like, look, if we having a conversation as adults and in a relationship, and I'm like, listen, this one right here,
mm-hmm.
and you don't do nothing,
right?
See, then we have a problem, because then that means I'm going to have to. But at the same time, for me, I'm finna let both parents know. If it's not my child, I'm finna let both of y'all know, like, look, y'all need to do something about this one here, because when they around me, they're gonna get treated the same way mine get treated.
And that's what I tell people. I have fired my god kids. I don't fuck with them. Because first of all, they bad as hell. One bites, one is just bad, and the other one has a mouth on her. I pray to God she learn to fight. Cause no. And I had to tell her, I said, no, I can't. She's like, well, don't hit him.
Right. Straight to jail. Underneath the jail, bury me beneath it. There is no sense. No, Kelly, she said, me and mine going straight to jail. There is no sense. There's no stopping me. You can't calm me down. There is nothing that you're going to be able to do when you come for mine. Oh, baby.
Oh, now I do that
on my head.
Got that 80s ass whooping for real. For real. Don't you put your bodily fluids on me? Yeah, call your mama, because you finna go to the emergency room real fast.
Wait a minute.
Real fast. She spit on him. She spit.
See, that's I'm sorry, because her whole mouth would have been busted.
And you see, but you see how you see what I mean, how that ties into, is it the mama that keeps the kids away, or is it the father and the new woman? Like, no, that little heifer can't come back over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I put trigger warning in the comments, y'all. This right here, because I'm not gonna have my husband's child disrespecting me. No,
I think, you know what, and I think for that, I'm not even gonna hold you. I think for that, she came over and she spit on him. This is it. So this is a man whose fiance's daughter came over and spit. That was probably her daddy at home on some other stuff. It was probably her daddy at home on some other stuff. And so she felt like she didn't have to respect him.
Yep.
You understand? It's like, oh, gee, I can't.
Don't that make you just a little bit? You'd be like, oh my God.
And I don't mean that like 13, 14, 15, 16. When I say I can't stand a child raising a kid, I mean you got a child's mentality still trying to raise some children.
Because you're unhealed.
Please get unhealed.
And honestly, that really does open up another question. A lot of parents now, they've watched what their parents did in relationships, right? And because their parent was healed, now they're raising another unhealed adult who's about to raise another unhealed adult. So do you think that it would be good practice that, and this is just in general, this is not about your situation or anything like that, but do you think that it would be in good practice that if you are not married to the father of your child, you guys have a serious discussion when you find out you're pregnant? You understand what I'm saying? Because what most people don't know about me, and I'm glad that I blocked the man I got pregnant by some years back. I had 2 abortions, you guys. I have the ability to detach. I don't have the motherly gene anywhere in my body. I just don't. And so I knew that this was going to be a problem. He and I had not talked about marriage. And it was ingrained in my brain, plan your children. You know what I'm saying? And so I went ahead. It wasn't no thing for me to make an appointment. Now years later, mind you, I'm engaged to Curtis. And this young man was like, well, I just don't understand why you got rid of the children. I'm like, baby, you are like 15 years too fucking late at this point. Why are we talking about this? Why? You like 6 kids in. So you think that mine were going to fall into the shuffle? Now, would he have had a problem out of me being a baby mama? No, not at all. You do your part. I'm going to do my part. I refuse to argue with you. You know what I'm saying? Because these kids need parents to co-parent. And I see a lot, Shamika. I see this a lot. A lot of in this generation now, they don't co-parent well. And I'm going to say this publicly. Like I told my ex and his baby mama, you liked it when you was fucking. You liked it then. So you can't like this enough to have a goddamn discussion civilly? Make that make sense for me. And then we're going to go to the next slide.
I need to be clear on what your question is, just so that I can answer. But when we talk about this generation, I'm completely biased that they're a bunch of idiots.
I heard that. I heard that.
Listen.
I heard it. But go ahead.
I mean, it's some things, you know what I mean? Like, so guaranteed when I was raised, there's some things that people feel like was, too rough, like this gentle parenting thing I'm hearing. I don't know that I'm okay with it. I'm not a tough love kind of kid because I was raised on tough love. So I'm not one of them, but I'm also not a gentle parent. Like, I don't do
the gentle. No, the gentle parent. What? Because let me tell you something. These kids nowadays are a bunch of punk asses. I'm just gonna stop there. These some scary ass kids y'all raising. Scary.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You didn't have to put that in the. You didn't have to put that in the thing.
Yeah, because you're messing with nephew now. That's the problem.
And my godson, and I've already talked to some people about some. I will go listen.
No, we don't do that. We don't do that. And Rhonda's right. So y'all, quick introduction. Rhonda is in my gun club, and Kelly Barnes is like one of these world's best mentors. If y'all want to learn anything about Airbnb and short-term rentals, she is definitely the one you need to get in her class because it fills up quick. So yeah. But no.
First of all, absolutely not gentle. How you gonna send your kids?
It's not gentle at all. And here's the thing: teach your kids to be able to take constructive criticism. Every time you say boo to these kids, they start crying. And then the parent wants to fight the other person that is sitting up here telling your kids right from fucking wrong. Oh, Bay Area, we yeeing up in this place. Okay, I had to get that out, y'all. Jonathan, not now. So he likes to play fetch at the wrong time.
I can't send my kids into a world that they're not prepared for. I wasn't sent out into the world, and I say this on both from my mother's standpoint, but also from my father's standpoint. He's not sending me out in this world unprepared. I'm not going to send my kids out in this world unprepared. And gentle parenting. Listen, I don't know. My kids are allowed to speak their mind, but they also know that there is a line.
Yes.
And they know that line does not get crossed. You understand
me? Do you think that in some cases, when one kid when the kid is in one household and then goes to the next, do you think that it's confusion parenting? If I'm supposed to be this way here, but I can be this way over here. And that's where the communication to me has holes in it.
Oh no, absolutely. But then again, you can also communicate and it still goes left. But absolutely, my daughter, for example, she'll go in the store with me, and she'll know that we're going in the store to get X, Y, Z, and that's what we're going in the store for.
Okay.
She can go in the store with her dad and be like, and he's going to get X, Y, Z, but she come out with A, B, C, D, E, F, and G.
Yeah.
But she knows that behavior. She knows that that's behavior with him.
Right.
It's not the same behavior with me. Whereas you can go over your dad's house and jump on the couch all day long and flip and roll and do all that stuff. But we're not jumping on couches over here. But that's a conversation. And again, and I don't know if that's to your point, but that's a conversation you and I had. As long as you make sure that she knows that that's okay there with you, and not okay here with me, and I do the same, then we good. But a lot of the parents are not having these conversations. A lot of these parents are doing things to have one up on the next one.
And see, that's what I don't like about this whole baby mama culture, right? the competition is an issue for me. Okay. I believe that I used to be hit and beat on because my mother had an issue with my father. And I was that reminder of that time in her life. So listen, so me and an ex-friend of mine, we had a running joke, right? Y'all remember that movie? Was it Harlem Nights, y'all? With Della Reese? She was y'all remember that scene with where she was fighting Eddie Murphy, and he hit her, and she stood up. She was like, "Oh, nigga, you done." Yeah, you remember that scene? We used to joke because, like, when I tell you, my mother, she wouldn't just spank me, like she would two-piece me in the face. You know what I'm saying? So I've always said that I'm one chick that can take a punch, and so she used to tease me. She said, "So you Della Reese walking around?" I said, "Yeah, you better make it good," because I got beat on so much that I'm numb. You know what I'm saying? So if you hit me, you better make it good. And I got that from my mother. And I know that was a direct problem because she had an issue with my father. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I really just kind of run down injuries, child, she cut my leg open with a fork. I've got popped in the face with a fork. I had a scar from my jaw all the way down, cut in the face. So what I'm saying is, this is why I'm the fence that I'm on with baby mamas. Now you see why I feel so strong about it, because I'm like, a lot of things that some baby mamas do because they mad at the father, we as that kid, we the ones that really catch it, especially if she's real bitter. You know what I mean? Like, this is terrible. Half the tattoos I got, y'all, that's covering up scars. Scars from being cut. I've had my lip busted. Bitter baby mama. Yes. Yeah. I have been dragged by my hair. Bitter baby mama, because you mad. So this is what I'm saying. Like, this is a product of you not communicating with the father. And let me say this. That's your bad for picking the wrong motherfucker to lay down with. That's your fault. I am a product of a bad damn decision. You understand what I'm saying? Like, quit this fucking oops shit. Because people's real intentions come out. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand why it's like some women don't want kids. It has nothing to do with me watching like the baby mamas. They ain't got shit to do with it. Nothing.
So I'm trying to figure out why on my thing I'm zoomed in. I needed to back up a little bit. Listen, because that hit, and I'm not trying to.
I know it's hard to swallow, and that's why I said trigger warning.
Some things, I'm gonna leave it there out of respect for other people's privacy. I connect with you on a lot of those things you said, right?
Thank you, Ernest. I appreciate that. I
think that a part of my travel as a mom, when I knew that I was going to be a single mom, was to ensure that none of the bitter carried, and I as a person can carry bitter. The older I get, the worse it is for me physically to carry. But I know that sometimes I can hold, on. But for my children's sake, because I've been the kid that's just. I've been that kid, and I know what that can do, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely on us as the women, as the mothers that decide that, okay, I'm going to have this baby regardless, or I'm going to do regardless. You've got to be able to understand that nothing you do is from that point forward. It is no longer about you. You got to get yourself healed. You got to get yourself in the right spot, because it's about your kids. And if you don't do that.
Oh, wait, hold up. Pause. I'm sorry. Deborah. Now, baby, you got your ass on here again. You on here with the wrong two. So I'm either ask you to exit, or I'm going to come for your ass. Don't start.
Confused about what?
This is that same chick that got on here last time with me and Lindsay talking shit. You want to heckle people, bitch, I can find you. I can find you. And I already know what city you in. Don't play with me. I got goons everywhere.
Kelly said wrong 3. You definitely got the wrong somebody. You definitely got the wrong one. I'm just trying to tell you. If you don't understand, you better go on somewhere else.
Carry on, because Deborah gonna catch her fucking life. She gonna be running for it in a minute.
I'm trying to figure out why never mind. I don't see that done already. Deborah and the rest of this mess got my lion pacing in her cage.
Because Deborah do too fucking much. I corrected her ass the first time.
My lion is pacing in her cage. She's not real happy. It's already on some
doing too much. All right, keep going, because Ernest said never mind her, so he must know who she is, but she better go find her some business.
And my point is just, we have to, I'm a responsibility type of person, right? And if to clarify, if you need me to clarify, then that's fine. But so we're responsible for every choice, every decision, every move, right? Mm-hmm. And like I said, with my children, I've got 3 kids, 2 dads. Mm-hmm. Okay. I have to consciously be, I have to consciously be better. I was afraid that with the animosity that I had towards either one of them, mm-hmm. Because of the way things played out, I was deathly afraid that I was going to take something out on my kids. And knowing knowing it here made it that much easier for me to be conscious of the fact to not do these things. Yeah. Because
and I respect you for that. Yeah. I respect you for that. I do.
I mean, it's the absolute truth. I've got all of my children in my heart. They all place different. And anybody that tells you that they love their kids the same is a lie, because you can't. All your kids have different personalities. Yeah. Okay. You got to love them differently. I've got one that's a cuddle bug. I got one that don't touch me at all. And I got one that needs to have the attention all the time, all day, every day. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. My attention grabber.
Don't do my babies. Baby. Don't do my babies.
Right. But I can see a lot of his father in him and some of the things that he does that irritates my soul. Okay. And I have to pause, because initially my brain will register that's that mother.
And seeing that's what I'm talking about right there.
And then yeah. And then I have to catch it because, and I think I was talking to Kelly. I was telling Kelly I have to catch it because I have to be for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
That might not have been him. That might have been me if I think about what type of kid I used to be. So I have to sit back and think about it, because I don't want to nut up about anything that he had that has nothing to do with him. Right. Right. And so I have to stop, and I'm like, but it's a conscious. I am honest. We transparent. We don't sugar trash. I am working towards the animosity that I have towards that particular person. Okay. 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 And there is a lot of animosity because I've bent over backwards to ensure that no matter what happened between the two of us, that you would always have a space and time and the opportunity to be there for my kids. But the one thing I will not do is I will not allow you to lie to my children. I will not allow you to play with their feelings. I will not allow you to come in and out of their lives like just willy-nilly. I'm not going to allow that to happen. Okay?
Now, do you think it's their choice that they're in and out? Or do they think that it's, again, like personal? Because here's the thing. This is the fine line that we cross, right? Okay. Well, because it's like, okay, is it personal reasons why some mothers don't allow the fathers to see the kids? Or for the fathers, is it personal as to why you don't come around, period? Because again, it always falls down to the kid is going to be the one that suffers because you let that personal come in.
Oh, no, absolutely. When I say I'm not going to allow you to come in and out. If you tell me, I'm going to come and I'm going to get the kids on Friday, right? Mm-hmm. Absolutely thankful to Jesus. Yeah, courtesy. I'm just saying. If you tell me you're going to come get the kids on Friday and then you don't come on Friday, you don't call on Friday, you don't text on Friday, you don't email, you don't send birds, smoke signals, pigeons, nothing. There's nothing. Mm-hmm. But then on Monday you come in and you're like, hey, I want to come get the kids.
Not the pause though, and the blink.
Like, what if I have things already planned for the kids because I've changed my schedule because you're coming on Friday, right? Right. Depending on what the reason why you didn't show up is going to lead me towards whether or not you're going to take them on Monday. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, when you're not going to pick them up like they're toys and put them back on the shelf.
Yeah.
Because that's damaging to my children. And you know who has to deal with the damage to my children? Me.
Now, listen, you guys, for context, everybody that's watching, this can also go both ways.
Absolutely.
The father could be the one that's there, that's taking care of the children, and the mother isn't doing what she's supposed to be doing. You know, so don't always think it's the mothers that are just so great and weird, and you know, she's just doing it. Not all the time. Not all of them are, but I can't in all honesty lump all women together, just like I can't in all honesty lump all men together. I can't do it because we're all, like, again, we're all different people. You know, I would expect for women that are similar to me to respond similar to me, but I can't, you know, I would hear, but absolutely not. I don't think there's a woman around that's going to respond the same way I am. I would, number one, because she's her and I'm me. Number two, I've dealt with things and she may not have dealt with. So I'm going to respond differently. You know what I mean? So in that, but I'm not saying hear me when I say not every woman is going to be responsible enough to be like, you know, this is what needs to happen, or I'm being a bitch here, or I'm doing this wrong, or they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Mm-mm. And I hate that a lot of times that mess plays out in the public, social media and everything like that. Now, here's the thing. I understand if you don't get along with the baby mama or the baby father, keep that shit off this little blue app. You know what I'm saying? Keep it off. Because again, it goes back to, it's not about y'all, it's about the kid. So
what if they don't have nowhere else to vent though? And I'm just, you know, I told
you need to get a therapist, because if you get a therapist, they have better help. Okay, if you don't have Medicaid, then you can't get a free therapist. And see, let me tell you something. I don't do this victim type stuff, right? Because it's too many ways to get help. But this blue app ain't it. This blue app is not it. And then you get mad when people want to talk about your business. Bitch, you put it out there. You put it out there. Just like when we get to the next video. So what we gonna do, BJ, run the next slide, because I can't wait to get to this video that got me and Meeks into a whole tiff with each other last month. She was so mad at me, y'all. But run it, roll it.
Really fucked up how y'all get the pick and choose.
That over. I can't. BJ, God love him.
Fucked up how y'all get the pick and choose when y'all want to do shit and when you don't. You know, you can check in and check out at your own convenience. Oh yeah, I just ain't been able to do. You know, I've been fucked up, and that's that. And then everybody say, oh, he trying, you know, be grateful because he trying. This is why we don't like to hear that shit. And y'all feel like females or women be so bitter, or baby mothers be so bitter where the dad is concerned. Because it's like, if I'm looking at this child in my face all fucking day, every day.
So listen, I'm glad they stopped her from that part, because now my stitch was, maybe you need to make better decisions. Because at the end of the day, you carry that child. So most women don't understand, you have the most control once that seed is planted, right? So at the end of the day, you need to properly vet your partner before you go and start fucking. Know who you dealing with. Because I'm going to tell you, fuck a retard, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to mix the right ones together. You know, my grandmother, it might have been jacked up when she said it, but she always said, she's like, if she would call me Beatrice, let me tell you something. I was like, stop calling me that. And she would be like, don't have sex with no ugly man. You're going to have ugly kids. I was like, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean? You know? So, BJ, hush. So, you know, I'm going to tell you, I don't feel bad for her, because she's exactly what I'm talking about. You're bitter. You can tell in her tone, in her body language, and everything like that. And I can guarantee you, she's talking that kind of shit because the dude she had sex with and had a kid with done moved on. Now, what I will say again, vet your partners properly. Okay? Look, if you have a girl, you need to look at men. Look, men, if you're gonna have sex with this woman, look at her mama, because that's how the hell she gonna look when she get older. I'm just telling you. Okay. Those of y'all that want them bad bitches with the big booties and the big thighs and the big titties, know that your son may come out shaped up like the mama. Okay. Just know that. Now, if she didn't do that well in school, please know that it's a possibility your child may have a learning disability. Okay? I'm just saying, like, this is scientifically proven. You have to. Don't laugh at me because you know I'm telling the truth. It's all fine and good when y'all laying down. It's all fine and good. You may not even know that person. It could be a one-night stand, and you done had a one-night stand with somebody who's a schizophrenic. Now, guess what? That whole DNA is now in your womb. Like what I'm saying is, and this is why I come down hard on a lot of people when it comes to this childbearing shit. Stop making fucked up decisions. And then in the long run, you like, oh, I can't wait till they turn 18. I'm done with their mama, or I'm done with their daddy. No, you're not. No, you're not. Y'all are bound together until somebody dies. It's just the truth. It is. Okay. So if the relationship doesn't work out, why? If you already on rocky terms, why have a child? Why? So you and I did get into a discussion. I was like, wear a condom, have birth control. You were like, well, I'm like, well, shit. You just made all kind of holes in my argument.
I mean, because here's the deal, right? And y'all excuse me. I can only speak from my experience. I try not to speak from nobody else's, right? But here's the deal. First of all, I understand what you mean when you say vet your partner, vet who you're on. I understand that completely. But what if you've done all the work? You vetted, this person is great. Y'all have done all the things, and then you're married and you're still this fucking single mom. Like, so you mean that the father,
hey, hold on, because when you say single mom, do you mean that the father is not active, even though you guys are in the hospital?
He's not active at all. He's a waste of fucking space in the whole little thing. You're still doing the thing by yourself.
So what do you mean by waste of space, though?
I mean, I'm saying
he's in the house. Y'all are married.
He's in the house.
Okay.
He's playing video games, or he has a job. I don't care, either one. But he's not interacting with the kids. He's not talking to the kids. He's not supporting the kids. He's just there.
So is he working?
He might be.
Okay.
He might be part-time. He might be not at all. He might be laid off. What I'm saying is, when I say that, I'm saying I'm not talking to the ones that are grown, healthy, and moving with grown, healthy, moving choices. I'm talking to the ones that are, listen, my daughter's father, good job, has been working from the time that I met him and still today working. Great job. Wonderful. When I met him, y'all forgive me. Let me just go on. I met him. I was working at KFC. I was having a good day. I was enjoying myself. And when he walked in, my brain said, please do not flirt with me. I am tired of being flirted with today. And what happens? He walked up and he flirted with me. And I was like, whatever.
You manifested it.
Right?
You manifested it by saying don't.
Listen, that for that whole straight week, I'm not, I know I'm not the finest girl out there, but I know I'm not ugly. And I know that whole week, everybody and their mom, and I was like, Jesus, what is it about me? Leave me alone today. And he walked in and he talked and he hollered anyway. He gave me his phone number. He wanted my phone number. I'm the young dummy that gave him my number. I didn't intend to, but I did. Okay. He called, we laughed all night long. And I was like, oh, that's one of my things. You make me laugh. Like, that's the cool points. Because I like to laugh. So we laughed. And he was nothing. When I tell you what I found out later, I wouldn't have ever believed. I would have never believed. He was attentive. He was, he called and checked on me. If I was the whole nine. I found out I was pregnant. I called. I was like, listen, we have to have a conversation. I'm pregnant. This is, I feel like because I laid down, I chose to lay down, knowing what the repercussions could have been, that I have to be responsible. I also feel like I have to be responsible because I did everything that I was supposed to do to prevent me from having kids.
Right.
On birth control, made you wear a condom. To me, the Lord said, here you go. Okay. So I'm responsible. I'm going to have my kid. He said, okay, fine. Then he disappeared.
Okay.
For 2 weeks. No phone calls, no nothing. showed up at my job. He was in Germany. You weren't in Germany. I told my sister, didn't nobody tell me nothing. That's when I found out he had a whole nother kid. That's when I found out, like, when the door opened, all of it just tumbled. Boom, 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 boom. I would have never known, right? But okay. I get ready to have her. I've moved. I'm out. I moved back home.
Okay.
I get ready to have her. I again kept communication open. This is the due date. This da 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 da. He told my sister that he had an airplane ticket. He was gonna come. All he needed was a ride from the airport. He was arriving this day, this time. My sister drove to the airport. He was not there. There was no flight. There was nothing.
Okay.
Okay. So I forgot why I was telling you all this stuff. Damn it.
No, it's okay, because this is a good pause for me to have a series of questions and possibly a comment. So I'm going to say this.
We were talking about vetting people.
Yes, and so what I'm getting ready to say is, even the minute you found out that this wasn't going to work, right? Okay, now I need to get in survival mode for me and my kid. It shouldn't make you bitter. It's just that, okay, no, I'm going to make the conscious decision that I'm just going to have to do me, which you've been doing, you know what I'm saying? Because she's an awesome kid, you know? And I'm also going to say this too. This is why I'm not mad at my mother for drilling in mine and my sister's head, get married first. And let me also say this, because you also made a point, like, if they're married and they're in the house and he's not interacting with the kids, that's not his role. That's not his role. Because like I told my ex and like I tell my husband, your children really don't need you when they're small. They don't. They need their mother. When they get grown and life hits them, a father is the only person that can teach their kid.
Are we talking baby, toddler, or are we talking what we talking when we say
no,
they absolutely have to. The first 5 years of a kid's life is where they learn, they absorb, and they catch everything.
I'm gonna tell you why, because men are not designed to be soft like that. That's not their design.
Oh, I'm not saying you gotta, hold. I held my children and stared at them for hours because I was just fucking stuck. Like, oh my god, baby, I'm not asking him to do that. I'm not asking him to do that. That's not what I mean. But when your child is what, love, I don't care.
Go ahead, because then I have a rebuttal to that though. They don't.
I know you do. I know you do.
Early. They don't. Because a mother, just say y'all still married and you in the house, and then one kid gets smelling their shits and want to leave, and the mother be like, oh well, they need to come back because they can't do this. But the father's like, no, they carried their ass out there. I'm gonna show them how to make it. That kid don't need you to be that soft at the moment. That's the problem.
But if he's there walking that walk with you at the same time, there's not going to be that difference. There's not going to be that difference. You know what I mean? When you got to do this thing together, raising kids. If you're going to do them, if you're going to do it together, you do it together. If you're going to do it on yourself, you got to do it by yourself. But the thing about it is when they're little, absolutely they need a father. I had to teach my sons how to pee. I don't stand up peeing. You know how hard that shit was?
But shit, you got it done. That's what I'm saying. Like, why do people complain about the shit they got done? You handled it.
Absolutely handled it because I had to. But what I'm saying, there are even moments now. But my thing is when I say that they need to be a part of, because a child feels things. We see the thing about this is we don't give our kids enough credit for their brains working. They are born with working brains.
Of course.
Right? They are born. Have you ever? Children absolutely freaking amaze me. From the time that they absolutely amaze me with the things that they learn just by observing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They know a mother's love by what?
I don't know, because my mama probably didn't love my ass. So carry on. I don't know.
Okay. By their interactions with that mom, right? By the way that their mom talks to him, by the way that the mom holds them, and so vice versa. You know that your parent doesn't love you by the way that they interact with you, by the way that they talk to you, by the way that they, you know what I mean? And so at that same time, that's something that's learned from the beginning. You ever go to grab a baby or see somebody go to grab a baby and that baby rear back and start screaming and hollering like, I don't want to. You don't want as a father, that child has to know their father's touch, their father's voice, their father's baritone, the sound of his footsteps, like all of that, and all of that comes even young.
So when I say that, what I mean is that child still needs you more so than the father. He's going to do his role.
Yeah.
But I want to be clear. I want to be clear to your point from earlier. Oh, he's not working. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. Again, stop doing that. You made that choice. Okay. Those are your decisions. Now, I will say this. My father was a stay-at-home dad. My dad was. That's the only reason why I know what love feels like. Because my father has me as a newborn, as my mother was working. Okay. So those roles were discussed. It does not make him any less of a man. Because he stayed home with me, right? But I am the savage that I am now because of my father. And if you ask my father today, we are more closer now that I'm grown. Why? Because I need him more because I'm grown.
I mean, but that makes sense though, because your bond is growing. It's growing. My dad was there from. I want to go back to something, but I'm gonna stay here because I might forget. My dad was there from. I want to say from birth to about maybe 5 or 6, right?
How are you?
I don't remember him too much more after that. Okay. So then he was gone. I didn't see him again until I was 13.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
He wasn't. He was there for we on Zoom from 1 to 5, from birth to 5, and then he was gone until I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my father are closer now than we've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But at the same time, like,
let me just say it because I've been trying to dance around it, but I feel like Black women are way too hard on Black men about a lot of shit.
On some things we are. On some things we are, on some things we have to be though.
They don't respond to nagging. I'm saying women still think that if you get that don't do shit, all it's gonna do is piss him off, and he gonna go somewhere else with a woman that's gonna do it. But
here's the thing though: if he's strong enough and he's that man that he's supposed to be, that ain't gonna run nowhere. He gonna tell you to sit your ass.
Always say that. No. Strong though. That's the problem. This is why y'all get
you to sit your ass down and shut the fuck up, and you gonna sit down and shut up.
Who? The man said that?
The man is if you constantly doing this and he's that one for it and you he gonna tell you to sit your ass down, shut the fuck up, and guess what you gonna do? You gonna sit down and shut up.
Well, hopefully there's
it has to be that. It has to be.
Baby, don't talk to me like that and don't handle your business. Y'all shut up. I'm sorry.
But you know if he not handling his business, he's not gonna be able to say that to you.
Hell no. But wait a minute. Even though his position, sometimes some positions may not be able to put him in that role of being able to tell me what to do, I'm still not going to emasculate him though. I'm going to politely tell him, pack your shit, because I two skirts. If I wanted to be with a bitch, I would just be lesbian. You understand what I'm saying? But that's the problem. Say what the fuck you mean and mean what the fuck you say. Women are so fucking fickle. That shit bothers me. Well, come on. Because the problem that I have is after the kid is here, y'all want to complain. Don't complain.
We can though, but we can
Why?
know.
It's all about your decisions.
It is absolutely our decision, and it's still our decision to complain, because understand me when I tell you, even though I said there, and hear me, so this is why we have the hot button. This is why me and you are here where we are here, right? This is why we still gonna be friends too. Of course. When I tell you that we gonna be transparent. I knew I didn't want to have kids with him at all. Fuck not. No. I got pregnant and I was like, fuck my life. Because I knew, right? But again, because I laid my happy self down, I was like, now I'm responsible.
Right.
Okay. I'm responsible for that. I'd be damned if I allow my child to feel away because I was dumb, right? So I'm a person, I believe in your choice, but I personally can't do abortion. So like
I said, I don't have a problem detaching. Now I will say, yes, baby, I have your cup. So listen, I'm going to say this though. Let me publicly say this. I say this to my husband all the time. Am I upset that I had a partial hysterectomy? Yes. Did it save my life? Yes, but it almost killed me in the midst of saving my life, right? But my mother did tell me, she was like, wait, she's like, you're gonna fall in love with somebody and want to have kids, you know, and that very thing happened, you know, and I'm at peace with it now. Can I have a kid and have a surrogate? Absolutely. But I'm 42 years old. I don't have the patience for no newborn. If it shits, oh my God. No. No.
Right.
Do that.
Right.
No. Fuck that. No, I can't do that. No,
I'm a bad parent. You'll be all right.
I can't do smells.
I
want to address something though, because Kelly was like, she said his decision to not just the woman. Why are we leaving him out of the decision? So first of all, let me just say this: women always leave men out of the decision making processes, and you're lying if you say you don't. A lot of women though, they make decisions about children and they don't consult the father too. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. It's the age-old answer. Oh, well, he ain't here taking care of him. No way. He barely paying child support. He got that bitch over there. I don't want. Girl, grow the fuck up. Your big thong was on when you fucked him. Like, do I need to fucking remind you?
But see, it's hard. I hear you. But even still at the end of the day,
this show, because this shit got me upset.
even at the end of the day, though, like, I had the discussion. Okay, I was told by one that their mama told me to have an abortion, and I was like, the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was told by another. I've been told multiple times by another when they didn't get their way that the kids were not theirs, and I'm that one. Let's go down to the paternity test. Let's go holler at Jerry. Let's go holler at Maury. Let's go do what we got to do, because I got nothing to hide from you.
Not Jerry. Rest in peace, Jerry. But damn, she brought you into.
I'm just saying. When you're in a situation, is absolutely different. It is a different type of, and that's the thing. And I love you. Hear me clearly. I love you with all my heart. But until you have children, until you're there, I
was ready for somebody to say that.
It's a whole different. No, and I hate to be, but it's a whole different ball game.
It's not.
You can read. If all of us that have been pregnant that have had kids and they're like, we're gonna have kids, we've all read a book. If we read, some of us would be like, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. These are the steps. This is and then you end up with this kid and none of that shit fucking works. It's a whole different kind of ball game.
So let me say this. I'm putting this is not
absolutely young ass women. The women that act like that are absolutely young. Them not even women, those are little girls. Hear me, it's a different kind of. Oof.
Okay, so listen, let me say this before anybody else tried to say it. Oh, because I got told that all my life. Oh, you don't have kids, you don't understand. So I'm about to say something real fucked up. I am. And I love you too. But I know how to make a conscious decision to know my situation before I fucking get in it. Okay?
Absolutely, and I do too. Period. And I do too. And I do too. And I knew the decision.
I need to have the same last name as my child and as their father. I am not doing this baby mama shit.
I have two, but see, there's no guarantee that you still won't end up being a baby mama.
You know what you're right. But let me tell you something though. But if I vet that person and they change, then guess what? I'm mature enough to know it didn't work out. Okay, you and I will not beef as long as the kid is taken care of. That is the end of the damn discussion. Beatrice, I'm not finna. No, you gonna make sure.
Beatrice, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question on some real stuff? You and I see it, and I tell y'all all the time. I love y'all. I love y'all's relationship. You're a very happy, loving marriage right now. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But you and Curtis argue sometimes, right?
Not really.
Disagreement's not an argument, but you have a disagreement. Y'all not 100% on everything. And if you are, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus.
No, we are. And I'm gonna say this. A lot of people like, oh, y'all not perfect. Yes, we are. Because I'm gonna tell you why we are. We had this discussion before we got married, before we even moved in together. Again, I'm
talking just average.
I'm about to answer you if you let me. What I'm saying is we don't argue, we don't fight, we don't have heavy discussions. That's not what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I have been around enough mature ass women to know when to have a conversation with my husband and when not to. Right?
But do y'all agree on everything 100% of the time?
Yeah, we do. We actually do.
Okay. That is a blessing that you have, that That is.
Why do you
that's
think I'll be ready to cut a bitch behind my husband?
Okay, but see, this is what I'm saying. So you're sitting in a seat of privilege.
Of course.
You're sitting in a seat
But
of privilege.
let me tell you.
No. That not many people have. And when I ask you the question about arguments, is because here's the deal. You can. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be them changing later. It's. Fuck, I hate
Don't
when I
hold
get
back
like
because
this.
this is look. Don't hold back. This is the whole point of this show.
No. Because I hate when I get like this because then I can't speak. Right?
Who's
Here's
in
the
a
deal,
cult? Is somebody in a cult? Who's in a cult? You guys, Ernest. Who's in a? Never mind. Who? He threw me off.
Thing is, you're going to argue with people. You can have the best relationship ever, and you're not going. And like I said, because you sit from a seat of privilege, but you can have the best relationship ever, and you're still going to have a disagreement. You're still going to argue with somebody. You're still not going to see eye to eye. That happens in baby mama, baby daddy relationships. It happens in marriages. It happens in friendships. It happens in all of those. You can't hold somebody accountable for the fact that they're going to have a disagreement. It's how you respond as a mature, responsible adult in that. That's what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference. Like I said, I knew immediately when I got pregnant, I had fucked up. I love my kids, but I knew immediately. I knew from the minute that I met this person that this was somebody I did not ever want to have kids with.
Okay, but
I
you
did.
again.
And so because I did so, I have to hold on to everything that I have to deal with. That does not mean that.
Yes, I will, Ernest. I will. Did she freeze? Lord. Okay, y'all.
Because I have that right. It is still a stressful situation, regardless of whether I called on myself or not.
Okay. So
Right?
I'm saying this. I am saying this, and we've been friends long enough for you to figure me out, because you should know what I'm getting ready to say. If you already started out saying that shit, again, words are power, first of all. And you know that itches my ass when somebody starts talking negative, because now that's what the fuck's getting ready to happen. Okay, fuck, you didn't want to have kids with him, then don't have sex with him.
No, why would I not have sex with him? That shit was awesome.
I mean, but you know.
Why would I not? Well, see, and that's the thing.
What's gonna happen?
I didn't. For me in my situation, that's not the truth, because I've stayed on birth control. I stayed making sure. But was I going to say no? I'm not going to have sex.
That shit. If you knew you wasn't going to want to have kids, it might have been like, sir, get on down there with your mouth, handle your business, and move around.
I knew I didn't want to have kids, but that didn't mean I didn't want him to blow my back out. Please forgive me, but that it was. And now I'm responsible for my kids.
It makes you have a good day, y'all. Okay, I'm just.
Now I'm responsible for my kids. I am responsible for my children.
Right.
But at the same time, I have every right to be pissed off when you call my kids and you tell my kids you love them. You tell my kids you want to be there. You tell my kids all this bullshit, and then you turn around and fucking don't.
True.
You don't.
Mm-hmm.
I've allowed you every opportunity, every access. You don't need me. You don't have to talk to me. You don't have to communicate. You have absolute access to my children. And before they got old enough for you to have access to them, God dang it.
What's that?
The fire alarm. My son is. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm a mute so y'all don't have to hear it.
Oh, good. So that means I can talk, y'all, and she can't interrupt me.
No, ha. You thought. You fucking thought. You thought.
Y'all, my dog thinks that I'm upset. If y'all can see his little nose right here, he thinks I'm mad. So he's my service dog, right? So he thinks I'm upset.
Want to smoke a cigarette, ma'am, and I can't do that on live. I'm just trying to tell you.
Listen, yeah. I have my look. John thinks I'm upset, so he is up on me like, "Mama, calm down." It's okay.
The fire alarm. It's fine. My son thought he was. I can see him. He thought he was Chef Boyardee, and he's Chef Boyardee.
He heard his name, and he got to be in camera. Y'all say hi to the baby. Say hey, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan. Hi, John.
Hey, TT.
Hi, John. You big old spoiled baby.
He is very much so spoiled, and my old man is inside his cage. He don't care to be bothered right now. Yeah,
I'm just saying. I can't.
Jonathan, no, sir.
You know me enough now, and you know enough about my story. You know what we don't talk about on here. You know me enough, right? So yeah. You can't lump everybody in the same group, because I'm not lumped in that same group as everybody else.
But what I'm saying is, if the stiletto fit, wear it. But if it don't fit, then don't wear it.
If it fit, wear it. But if it don't, my thing is the pressures of, and I don't even want to say the pressures, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say it how I say it.
Don't do my dog like that. Talk about go get the newspaper.
The pressures of being a parent are hard,
Mm-hmm.
let alone being a single parent, right?
Okay.
You lose a part of who you are.
Stop it, or you turn this thing off.
Regardless, you know, my name is Shamika, but 95% of the time I'm mom. If I'm with a dude, then I'm babe, mom, whatever where's Shamika at, right? I only get that with my friends. And so I say, when I need that piece of moment, that's where I get it from, is my friends. When I tell you I can't keep doing the stuff that I'm doing and you just not getting held accountable regardless. Because when I told you that I was pregnant and I told you that I was going to have the kid and you knew I knew what type of man you was and you knew too, you had a decision to make then too and you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, is we have a decision, so does he.
So at what point do you let that anger go?
When the bastard stops lying to my kids. I'm sorry.
Ma'am.
That was the bitter.
Ma'am. Okay, let me
I told you it's still fresh for me. Like it's still right now.
Listen, I understand, but now I'm getting ready to speak to. Let me say this uninterrupted. Okay. I need to speak to the queen in you at this very moment, right? Don't, and this is to the world, anybody that's watching, because let me tell you something, this podcast is going to be worldwide soon. It will be worldwide soon. So let me say this, just because I don't have kids doesn't mean that I don't understand anything, because you have to remember, I am on the side of the child. Like no, what I'm saying, everybody has said that to me before. I let it roll off because I know, but I didn't. When they hear my story, I'm that kid that had a mother that was upset like you. Okay. But
she not like me. It's different, mm-hmm. But I get you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean to let you speak, but I just want to be real clear.
Yeah, no,
I didn't mean it in a negative way towards you. And mm-hmm. I know you know that. Mm-hmm. And also I'm not bitter to the point like he can still call, but I'm gonna call him out. I'm calling him out his name because that's how I'm feeling in the moment right now. You know, because we talked about it. It's been some recent stuff.
Okay. That I'm still and I do know that, and that's not laundry that I feel like I should air or you should air, because there has to be some sort of privacy there, right? But again, I am the project of a bitter baby mama, product of a bitter baby mama. I watch my husband go through this, you know what I'm saying, on a regular, and I don't like it, you know. But I also, again, like
that part, April.
What she's saying, when you have to put
that part, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. There is no more. You know what I mean? There's no. I didn't mean to interrupt, but there's no more for me to give. When I tell you I've done everything that I could. I've moved my children. I've uplifted my family. I've rerouted. I've done everything to continue to give you an opportunity to be there, because I want my kids to have the best of what they can have. And every time you spit in my face with it. So here's the deal. It is not a personal thing. Do I like him? Absolutely not. I liked him then. I don't like him now. And I'm okay to not like him now. Mm-hmm. Okay? But he will never get the opportunity to keep doing my kids like that, because at the end of the day, I have to see my kids hurt. I have to see my kids struggle. I have to see my kids fight for identity. I have to do that. And I have to hold on to my part in that. But also there's yours, because, and I say it's also on him, because you, with every opportunity that I've given you, you've taken that opportunity and you shitted on it.
Okay. So can I now?
I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just.
And that's cool. What April had to say. That's fine. But again, you have to give that child an opportunity to question the father when they're ready. Because nothing hurts a father more when a child asks for an explanation. Okay, I will say this, and I've had this conversation with my father, because I told him, I said, there's one thing that I need to clear up with you before you walk me down the aisle to marry my husband. And I said, and that thing is, when you went and got the twins when they were being abused. So y'all, there's two sets of twins that come right after me. And my father, rescued them from their mother. Their mother did some horrible things. And so my babies are messed up a little bit. I said, why you didn't come for me? I said, you knew she was cutting me with stuff. You knew she was beating me with stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you never came for me, right? Like, why you didn't come for me? And then in my mind, I was like, you know what? I watched his situation because he got all the kids, you know, but I learned that my mother was a manipulator. Didn't know that, you know, and then my dad did the best he could with what my mother gave him, what little bit that she gave him. Now, did I miss out on a father figure? No, because there were other father figures there that my father trusted, you know, and I'm thankful to all the men that stepped in on my father's behalf because he wasn't allowed to. And that is what pisses me off about a lot of women. The problem is the reason why you don't get the best out of these men is because you can't even tolerate the best out of yourself. And that is why you get the people that you get in your life. This is why you get the men you get in your life, because you are what you attract. So if you're upset and mad all the time, you're going to get somebody that's inconsistent. Okay. And so I can't tell you how to deal with your baby's father. I can't tell you. But what I would tell you is that when it's time for a reckoning, those children are going to sit him down and look him in his eye and be like, so we need to know why you weren't there. Absolutely. That is his karma. Absolutely. That would be his karma. So instead of trying to administer his karma now, let that shit go. Because the problem is, it is going to make you unapproachable when God sends you your person, because we're not supposed to walk one by one. It's 2 by 2. Okay. So when you do meet that man that is going to be the head of your household, is going to take care of you and things like that, then guess what? You have to be prepared for that. But if you keep holding on to that shit, it's going to be a problem. And yes, let me say this. I don't apologize for sitting in privilege. I earned my husband.
Supposed to. You're not supposed to.
Let me it's a lot. I earned my husband. I have labored long. I was trained to be a wife. Let me be clear. I was never raised to be a girlfriend. I was raised to be a wife, and that is it. And that is how I operate. I have always operated that way. No, I don't argue with my husband. No, we don't have heated conversations, because as his wife, I see it coming and I ward it off. And I have a loving conversation with my husband. That is why I get the best out of him. So even if we had kids and we separated, my husband would still be respectful and we would still co-parent. Why? Because of how I handled him as his wife. Because you get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Why change your character because somebody else is fucked up? You are responsible for how you operate in this body on this planet. That is your responsibility. And I'm watching everybody fuck it up. But based off the shit you say and based off how you respond. And it's all about response. You know, so it's just like at the end of the day, if he's a no good dude, okay, guess what? Okay, you done turned out to be no good. All right. Okay, but I'm gonna need you to do this here. And if he can't do it, then move on, because he gonna come back. He's gonna be back around trying to talk to them kids. And let the kids handle that part. Let them question him.
But see, here's the deal though. My kids, I let my kids do that now because they're now 14 and 15. Mm-hmm. Prior to that, they couldn't do that because they were kids. Understood. And my job as their parent, my job as their mother is to protect them from that. And I will always 10 toes down, protect my kids from any harm coming to them as long as I can. I hear you. We are cool and we are friends because some of the things that you live and you live and breathe by, I'm right there with you. But some of them I can't, because human nature is flawed, right?
It can be
flawed people. But at the same time, though, like I said, when I hear you, I think it was more than just bitter with your. And I don't want to step too close to something I don't know anything about.
No, step, because I'm gonna tell you whether you're going over the line or not.
I think that it a lot of it was bitter baby mom with your mom, but a lot of it was also mental health. There was something not quite. Not saying she was mentally ill, but she wasn't mentally healthy.
Right. Agreed.
Because you can't.
But see, let me tell you something. The treatment of my mother and then watching the things that she did with my father, even when she was a wife or whatever, is the reason why I'm a good wife now.
Who is that?
Damn niggas never pay, always on welfare. I swear to God. Jason, you better not be white, because this is going to be a problem.
You about to get all the way. Listen. I'm not even.
Who the fuck? Who is that?
Who like?
Well,
Always on welfare.
who's on
You
welfare?
don't read very. Nobody said anything about welfare, and you don't read very well, homeboy.
Because first of all, let's back up. Let me give you a history lesson. Welfare was not created for Black people. It was actually created for white people by the Black Panther Party. So therefore, because of the so because of our palm colored people, that's the reason why our Black people are on welfare now, because they took our men and put them in jail. That is another reason why fathers are not around. Calm down, little puppy, because this is the big dog you are. Don't play.
I'm not even finna, Helen. I don't know if you're asking a legitimate question or not. I don't know where you coming from.
No, don't come from Helen. That's my dog. Hold on.
No, I'm not trying to come. I'm trying to read her question. I absolutely not.
Oh, hell no. He can't be in the picture, Helen.
Absolutely not.
He took that shit. The fuck?
Absolutely
that was unwilling. Not. Hell no. Now, no. That's a special place. Fuck that.
That's a different thing. He's absolutely not. As far as my kids, like I said, I've recently started venting. And I vented a lot more around my kids recently because I feel like they're old enough and in that space. But my children will always have the option to talk to deal with, to question, to do whatever they have to do with him. I do not stand in that. I do not stand in his way. I don't stand in my kids' way. Okay. Absolutely will never do that. Okay.
Now that I can agree to.
I can agree to my children.
Yeah. As long as you're not stopping them from,
I will never
issuing that person's comeuppance. That's definitely, you know what I'm saying.
I haven't stopped him from anything. I could block him on my social media. I don't, so that he can see his kids continue to grow. You know what I mean?
Without him, if he's that bad of a person. Huh? I said yes. Without him, if he's that bad of a person.
Yes.
So
I'm blocked from calling my phone because he doesn't need to call my phone.
Right.
But he has access to the boys' phone. Not a problem. You have absolute access to that. Yeah. I don't prevent him anything. I don't deny him anything. The only thing he's denied is lying to my children and continuing to hurt them. That's when I stop.
I definitely understand that. Now that part I do understand. But if the father is trying, because no one likes to talk about that part.
No,
right?
If he's trying, if he's doing what he's got to do.
Exactly. But listen, the fathers that are trying, and you baby mamas that are so bitter that because you want to just stick
Don't say you baby mamas. Don't do that. Don't do me like that.
You baby mamas.
Don't do me like that. I'm not them baby mamas.
Then the shoe didn't fit, so why are you taking it personally?
Because nigga, you said you baby mamas. I'm 45. I'm not you baby mamas.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not that baby mama that it don't fit, then guess what? Zip it shut and let me finish my point.
No, I'm gonna zip it, but not because you told me to zip it shut. I'm gonna
zip
it
because I told you to zip it. Shit.
I'm zipping it so you can make your damn point.
Because I could. Well, if I can talk shit, my name on this.
Talk, damn it, talk.
Hell, just disrespectful. Anyway, I forgot what the fuck I was getting ready to say. Oh no, I remember. So what I'm saying is the baby mamas that are bitter, okay, that are bitter, and you have a man that's really trying to be in that child's life. Let that shit go. Let it the fuck go. He's trying, behaving like monkey.
Your mama's a monkey, bitch.
You little bitch.
See, this is a problem with these keyboard motherfuckers, these keyboard thugs. You don't know I'm about that life for real, homeboy. Like, you don't know it. You don't know it.
You know what? Doing too damn much.
You don't know. Your mama's a monkey, you rabbit bitch, you scary motherfucker. Hide behind Jason Voorhees. Hide behind a mask. You listen, Jesus, don't do me. Don't.
Girl. Oh, okay. All right.
Catch me.
Catch me. It's always one or two. It's always my dog back up on this couch. She like, well, mama, hold on now. Shit. You know, my dog tired of being a little nursemaid today.
I hear you, Ernest, but that one, like, who you calling
monkey? Who you calling a monkey?
Calling a monkey? Your mama's a monkey.
That's racist as hell.
Yeah. The hell? Isaiah, shut up.
Gonna call somebody a monkey, BJ. You need to go.
Like, why you even jump on? You jumped on to start some mess. Like, go on somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. Dumb ass.
You don't have to come up in here at all for nothing.
He could have bypassed the damn show for all I cared.
No, but he wants to jump in and catch a comment. Like, come on now.
If you wanted clout, baby, all you had to do was ask to be on the show.
That was it.
That's all. We would have let you in.
But you know what though?
I bet you he wanted them raggedy ass baby daddies. How much you want to bet he ain't taking care of none of his kids?
Oh, he is. He is an absolute raggedy baby daddy.
I bet you. Hey, look,
playing with his little tiny pecker.
I'm about to say that your dick about
drinking some raggedy funky beer.
It take one of them little them little eye pluckers so you can hold your shit so you can pee, huh? You might as well sit down like a bitch. Now.
Dreaming about what he gonna do to his sister cousin next week if you don't get the back.
Incestuous ass fuck.
Listen, I'm trying, Curtis. I'm trying.
Curtis, no, I don't do the bigger person.
He said bigger person.
I don't do that.
Ma'am. Can we
in trouble. We in trouble.
Please, can we continue? I got it. Don't worry about it.
We in trouble. Look, y'all. Sorry. Let me tell y'all, if BJ hop on here, we in trouble.
Sorry.
We in trouble.
Sorry.
It's hot. I'm sweating because it's crazy.
Ciao.
Boy. And listen, y'all, let me tell you something. This is how Cali people are year round. We don't. Look, I done been in the South long enough to know too that these Louisiana women is just as thuggish. They don't play these games neither. At all. And it's worse with these Southern folks because they will bury you in a pig farm around here. You will come up missing. Let me tell you, look, pause. This one thing I need to explain to people. Don't play with these Southern people. Don't do that because you will come up.
She said, shoot, we like that here too. I'm just saying, like my whole and y'all don't need to know about my background, but my whole inner pop out.
I had to learn that the hard way though. I'm telling you, these Southern folks got family with land that the police will not check for your ass. They won't find you. You hear me? You gonna be feeding wild hogs. They're not gonna find you
at all.
Boy,
not a trace.
Boy, not
a trace of it
at all. At all. I mean, now us Cali folks, we'll just pop you one and somebody will come getting in their car the next day and your body is next to their car. They're like, oh shit. My God, what the hell? It's a body. Southern folks a little bit neater with that shit. They are gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna bury you real fast. You know, you're gonna be good fertilizer for these cabbages.
Fertilizing the crops and the things. Listen.
You don't play with these Southern people.
Feed little Peggy Sue and her piglets.
That's it. And this is why you don't play with them. Don't play with them. I'm just saying. Because their family is everywhere. Okay. Just saying. All right. I'm just I don't have no alcohol in here, y'all. It's water. Damn it. Nothing.
Mine too, it's just water.
I'm just saying. So, okay. So listen.
No, for real, it is water.
I'm finna go get a daiquiri after this. I'm stressed.
Shut up. I don't like you.
Golly. Let me get me a strong one. So let me try to reel it back, y'all. It done got dark in my background. I hope don't nothing walk behind me. Look, y'all know my house is haunted. It has been since we moved in here.
Oh, so, not the bourbon. Somebody please give me some alcoholic day.
I'm serious.
My house is gopher. Mad as all get out.
They are. I'm telling you, it's one that stands by the door, and then there's one that walks around in that second room upstairs. Anybody that stay up there is disturbed. So I'm just saying, even the dogs didn't want to stay up there. They were like, put us back downstairs. No, ma'am. So yeah. But what I will say this though, I do respect the women that do step forward and they raise their children. You know what I'm saying? They stand in and they do what's needed and they do it year round without a break. I commend them for that, right? But you also, at some point, what I don't like to hear is, "Oh, I didn't take him to court." Why? Because if he's not going to voluntarily do right, then you need to have some sort of compensation. So I don't like to hear, "Well, I don't want his money, but you wanted the dick at the time." I don't understand that. That's the part that confuses me, you know. And it's just like, okay, well, what kind of help are you going to get if you two can't communicate with each other? You know, and that's why it makes me wonder. That's why it goes back to the question: who's to blame for the father's absence? Is it the father or the mother, or is it a case by case basis? You know,
it's absolutely a case by case basis. And again, because let's keep it real. Nobody's 100% at fault. Not and I can argue with you till I turn beet red and my gray hair stand on the top of my head.
I mean, like, and we have, not everybody. We've done that.
Yeah, everybody, and so I know that where my faults lay in what happened with the way things went down. And so the fact of the matter is it absolutely is a case by case basis, right? And there's absolutely a bunch of no good women out here making it bad, making it harder, making it, 10 times worse for women who are absolutely nothing like that. At the same time, there's absolutely a bunch of no good men out here making the ones that are actually doing what they got to do.
But wait, let's get on them. I done got on y'all enough, so let me switch gears here. First of all, sirs, come in closer. Let me tell you something. Just because the coochie is good is because she got fat ass titties and she got a fat ass and she can wear her legs behind her neck. That don't mean you need to skeet in her. That don't mean you need to. Your pullout game was real weak. It's weak, bruh. And then, just because she say I love you in the heat of the moment don't mean you need to do too fucking much. That's just the heat of the moment. Okay. No, know the difference. And the problem is men make bad decisions too. She ghetto. Okay. You know that. You know that you probably wouldn't take her home to see your mother. So why the fuck would you make a kid with her? Why? For what? That's what I really want to, I really need to understand that. Like, why would you do that? That means you didn't properly vet either. And now you're going to be miserable for the rest of your life. Not until the child turns 18. No, that's just cutting them off from child support, especially if she's a bitter baby mama. When they get out of school, they cut off.
You like bitter baby mamas. I think there's a lot of bitter baby daddies too. I'm just saying.
It is.
I'm going to be ornery because I'm going to be real ornery. I'm warning you right now. No, hear me. I'm going to be real ornery right now because I just realized I lifted my wig and all my gray showed underneath and people saw that and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So that's where I'm at right now.
You on punishment.
I just wanted you to know.
You're on punishment.
You are
on punishment.
No, I hear you. I'm gonna let you talk, but Sharon's question got me, and I just want to tell Sharon. She says, but who's at fault in my case? Definitely the father. Your head would spin if I told you the lengths I went to make sure he had no excuse not to see his son, and he still chose not to. Sharon, I'm right there with you.
And that's why I say let your kids
not on here. We could have a conversation because I'm telling you some things that I got friends and family all kinds of cross-eyed for the lengths that I went to ensure. You know what I mean? The things that I did to ensure that there would be no excuse, no reason not to, no nothing, and yet you still chose to. But at the same time, we have to hold our heads up and keep pushing and doing what we got to do because the bottom line is F them. It's about your son.
Yeah,
my son.
I'm turn my light on, y'all. So keep talking because
that's where it's at. Right?
I see someone walk behind me. I'm hollering.
These. Oh my God! So, I'm gonna ignore it. But there's another whoever no is. It's still that. It's probably that same.
What they saying now?
Don't even. I'm gonna keep it pushing because it's ignorance. They want us to get ignorant, and I'm not gonna give you the time of day. We came on here for once.
The blacks too.
We came on here for one subject.
It's on YouTube. So no. Guess what?
Man,
have a lovely day.
Ernest said, I don't know who Ernest is. Ernest is funny. May I have a shot and a water bag? Don't forget a small plate of potato salad. I am done. Not the whole, not a little meal and the shot. You feel me? Not the whole meal and the shot.
Oh, Jesus. I'm telling you, this is entertainment on a Friday. Jonathan, get comfortable. Look, I'm about to somebody come get him. Because you see this? He doing too much.
They're not. The comments are not showing up on Facebook. I think they just show up over here in the app.
Oh no, you can see them on Facebook. You gotta log into the actual.
Oh, no, I'm talking. She says she not seeing the ignorant comments. Thank God though, because I'm telling you.
Because I guess because BJ must be blocking him or something. Come get him, Helen. I know you're not home yet. So, I mean, oh shit, I'm knocking stuff over. Anyway, so again, back to the men. Back to the men. Y'all got to make a better decision. Just because she sucked good dick don't mean you got to make a baby with her. Just because her coochie wet don't mean you got to make a baby with her. You can have sex and not get anybody pregnant.
It might, though, be. I mean, I'm just saying.
I can't stand you. And this
I'm past. Look, I done been there. I'm over in my silly now.
This fucking glare. Okay, wait. It's gonna bother me. Either way it go. I don't want to wear my contacts. Y'all like my glasses. So, I mean, I'm serious, y'all. Like, you don't, just because she got all that shit, I could get graphic, but I'm not. But, she do everything under the fucking sun. That don't mean you got to have a kid with her. Okay? I don't understand why people feel like they need to get pregnant every time they fuck. Maybe somebody can make sense. I don't understand.
Everybody don't get pregnant every time they have.
Some people do. They 12 kids in.
Oh, hell.
They 12 kids in. I don't understand. Is a dick that good?
No, it's absolutely not worth it's not worth the lifetime drama, but the kids are.
I mean, some kids are. Some kids are worth it, but then I see some people with their children, and I'm like,
that's them people, and my kids are worth it to me. My kids are worth it to me. I wouldn't, knowing everything that I know now.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't change it. My boys are freaking amazing. My daughter's freaking amazing. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. I would go through it all over again.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
But that's me. I'm that my children are. I would let y'all see them, but they don't need to be in the camera.
Yeah, no, we're gonna protect the babies. Just know that she has them. Because not with these weirdos on the YouTube. I would rather not. But it's just for it to me. I think that at some point somebody's got to be mature. Somebody has to be.
And absolutely, and it should absolutely come before you start making children. But it absolutely should. In the perfect world, it absolutely would. Mm-hmm. And we can't. But we also can't. We can't deal with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas anymore. And I think that's where mindset. I should have. I could have. I would have. But now it's here. So now I've got to deal with here. And the best thing possible for my children moving forward, for me moving forward, is to allow them the space to decide who, what, where, when was wrong, and then be prepared for what's to come. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much I didn't talk bad, no matter what I did, at the end of the day, they could still turn around and be like, well, Mom, you weren't blah, 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 blah. And I have to accept that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So listen, I want to say young and dumb, but I was only young for one. I was dumb the rest of the time, but it is,
I mean, I guess, I would have to say, I would love to have addressed my mother as the bitter baby mama and just ask her why you just didn't give me away if you didn't want me. What's the point in keeping me around to, to take care of your mother when she was sick, take care of your grandfather when he was sick?
Do you think that maybe she, never mind. I'm not even going to
ask.
I don't, because I don't know. I guess I'm naive in the sense because I'm being a mom that I can't see. And
ask the question.
I know it's because it's I can't see. I hear what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Like I said, we've got a lot of similarities that don't need to be discussed on here. But right. I can't see her not. I don't think she knew how to do anything different. Is I guess what I'm getting at, and because I don't think she was a healed person. And we're talking about a generation that stuffed and buried shit just to keep pushing forward, not realizing the trauma
You're giving my mother way too much credit.
That's why I said I wasn't going to say anything. That's why I said I wasn't going to say anything, because
it's okay. I'm transparent. Everybody else in my family isn't. So she had another child, right? So she thought she hit the jackpot with my sister's father, right? Because he made more money than my dad and all that other stuff. Like, ooh, I didn't came up, So yeah, I'm having a baby with this person with a better man, seemingly. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's the one that cheated on you. But my father, who was handy around the house, who did everything to keep the house going while you worked, because that's what y'all agreed on, did everything he could and never cheated on you. Never. My mother has told me stories. See, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you, one thing a woman wants is to be protected by her man, right? Is to be protected. My father was that. My father would hang you from the wall, messing with my mother. I never saw that with my stepdad, but one time when he tried to go against my uncle, who was like 6'4", I said, well, you bold. You bold. You brave. But my uncle's a big nickel. That, you know what I'm saying? And only my dad has been able to go against my uncle, And so I learned from a very, very early age that if I'm going to have children, I need to properly vet the man that I'm with. I need to watch how he interacts with his family. I need to know, how he operates on his job. Is he secure enough? Because no job is secure, right? But does he understand that there's bills that need to be paid, and he swallows some things, some arguments, just because he knows he has responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Someone that would love me unconditionally. Someone who's willing to talk to me and let's work through our issues, someone where I can sit back and be feminine, and I can allow him to be masculine, and respect him as my husband, him respect me as his wife, be honest with me about everything. Don't let the streets tell me anything. You tell me first, so I know how to respond. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the vetting that I'm talking about. And I didn't vet properly in my previous relationship. That's on me. I take responsibility for that. And that's my main concept. Take responsibility for your part, but don't be bitter with the other person because they haven't taken responsibility. They may not have grown up yet like you had to, but what I am saying is that when you let it go as the parent that's doing the most, then you'll understand that kid is that parent's karma. So what I'm saying, everybody knows that, I'm into the spiritual business. So when you have a child, that's karma, right? Children are karma. And it could be from this life, the past life, whatever it may be, they are karma. It's a good karma, but it's still karma, right? And so what I try to tell people is let that child question that parent. Within respect, make that parent tell that child why they weren't there. Because I want to see what answer you come up with. Because I've been lying for you this long. So I need to know the truth of what you're going to tell them. But I really hate that, first of all, a lot of good men are held away from their children because that woman couldn't let go. And I hate that you have a lot of hurt women because that man couldn't be honest with her before he laid down with her. You understand what I'm saying? And I believe also that if there's a decision that needs to be made, it definitely needs to be made of a sound mind.
Hey.
Uh-oh, they getting into it?
No.
Oh,
my
okay.
just got home.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things where does maturity come in? Because you got to grow the fuck up. You're about to be responsible for a whole nother human. You don't have time to be a child. You don't have time. And then for the love of God, people, stop responding in stressful situations like a child. Okay? Respond
you
as
asking a lot. You asking a lot for some humans, man. You asking
no,
a
I'm
lot
not.
of these
No,
humans.
I'm not.
Stop responding. Some of them have not. Some of them have. You know how many?
That's a choice.
45 like a child. 60 years old. I know that still ain't figured out life. Like I'm don't pay no attention to me. I'm just arguing with you.
I never pay you no attention. You know that.
Well, you pay me attention. You pay me lots of attention.
You know I don't pay you no damn attention.
No, but I mean, but for real though, like I hear you. I think that we always all end up, these glasses irritate my soul, y'all. I've been trying. we are all on a level. We learn, we move different. You know, I've been mature, you know, some people mature faster than others. Some people are never gonna mature. Some people respond, you know what I mean? Like it's so many different factors into why people do the things that they do. Right. And so I say just in my life, the way things have happened, I say sometimes just give a little grace. And I have to remind myself of that too, just to give a little grace. You know what I mean? Because I've been, even at my big old age, I've responded real childish to some things, and I know better. And as soon as I've done it, you know, it's to check myself, like you. But we could, you know, depending on all the things. I'm just saying, you know, me, I like to sometimes just give a little grace, because life builds who, you know, our experiences in life and things build.
That's it. Stop.
Who we are, right?
Yeah.
And so,
and look, I understand it's hard. Don't get me wrong, I'm not out here trying to be an asshole to anybody, but I can't stand a complainer. I can't stand that shit, because at the end of the day, God gives us one thing on our own, and that's free will.
Yeah.
And if you continuously fuck up your free will, why are you complaining? You made that choice. You made that choice. Just like I made my choices in life, but guess what? Those choices led me right here to this moment, right? So I still benefited from it. But sometimes you don't benefit from the choices you make, but you still made them.
Yeah.
So it's the complaining that really makes my ears bleed. Because I'm like, what the fuck are you complaining? Why? Did anybody hold a gun to your head? No. Girl. Now that's a whole
okay.
No.
Okay, B.
Just saying. Golly. You know, so yes. So yes, this is coming from a woman that does not have kids, but that's my choice. That is totally my choice.
Absolutely. And I don't knock anybody. My thing is always about choice. It's always about choice.
Yeah.
And so I don't knock anybody for their choice at all.
You know, Ernest is cutting up tonight.
Ernest that had me over here cracking up laughing.
I'm trying to keep from laughing. I'm trying
not to pay too much attention.
Every time. There he go again. Jonathan, I'm not crying. God damn. Well, at least he on his job. Y'all, look, my dog chewed up his surface vest. He chewed it up. And I haven't been able to get him to do his work like he's supposed to, but now he's spot on. So he must have gotten in trouble by his auntie Helen. So I don't know. I don't know. But yes, do I enjoy having a kid-free home? Absolutely.
Stop it. Ernest, stop it.
No kids. I'm a rich bitch. I know that's right. I know. Look, Ernest. Then we
do all day.
Send us one of them Starbucks gift cards. I'm just saying. Since you're rich. I'm just saying.
I need a Starbucks. Matter of fact, Ernest, how about that shot? And I don't want potato salad because you can't eat everybody's potato salad. But you know, you put a little riblet on there. I'm just saying.
Oh Lord, that is so funny. Look, he's my OG sit your ass down. And look, Helen talking about how much trouble John got into. So he went to go spend the night at her house and he acted a damn fool.
Oh, when did she come and get him? I went my blind self.
Look, no, she came and got him. Was it last weekend? Yeah, because we had to cater. And she came back. She said, I'm just going to show you what John did. And John looking like, God damn it, she told. Baby, when I say he shredded up that damn service vest, did you pay for this? You better get to showing your damn feet on the internet to make some money to replace this fucking vest.
And you better teach John how to twerk it out. He better make it rain.
He better learn, because no, broke best friend tearing up stuff. So yeah. This is definitely an interesting conversation. Like I said, I'm probably gonna make some enemies. You know, I don't care, because I'm like this. Oh wait, I got another question, because I never understood this. Where it ain't bad. When I moved to Louisiana, what? It's not bad.
I didn't know you heard me.
I don't understand, because even Curtis tried to explain it to me and I still don't get it. So when I moved here to Louisiana, women have children with men out here, but they don't give the child the father's last name. They give the kid the mother's last name. And I said, that's dumb. First of all, because where we're from in California, if the kid doesn't have the father's last name, guess what? You screwed yourself. Unless there's a paternity test in place, because now you're going to have a hard time trying to prove in child support court that that's his kid. So and then the universal answer that I've got is, oh, we're not married. You don't have to be married to give that child the father's last name. That is so disrespectful. I don't care if you don't like the father or not. I don't care.
What did Curtis tell you?
He just gave the same answer. He's like, we're not married. And he was like, and then he said, well, she did that and I didn't even know. So she did it and didn't tell him.
Okay, so
that
so not every state is the same. And I know that because I've been to like 35 million of them. Not every state is the same when it comes to that type of stuff. You know what I mean? For instance, if he's not there, some states, if he's not in the state with you, or when you give birth, you're not allowed to put his name on the birth certificate. In 2 of the states that I've lived in, that's not possible. And at least it wasn't possible for me at the time that was going on or whatever. Also, I didn't give my boys their dad's last name.
Okay.
But there's a whole bunch of retarded stuff that goes behind that. And I don't mean retarded, y'all. I'm not talking about retarded people. I'm just saying that I did, I didn't give them his last name. One, because where I was at when I gave birth to them was not allowed for me to put his name on the birth certificate. 2, even if he was allowed, in Michigan either.
Wow. Okay, no, my friend D'Amica, I've known her all my life, y'all. She even said 17 years ago in Cali.
Yeah. So sometimes you can't give them. They're like, the law will stop you. You can't do it. The other reason why I didn't give them his name was because I don't like him at the time that I gave birth to my children. But for real, the main reason, like if he's not. You can do it if you want to, but it's not going to be like a legal document because he's not there to sign it.
That's
I know, but it's funny because the main reason why I didn't give my boys their dad's last name for real, and this, judge me, I don't care. My dad said only boys carry the bloodline.
They do.
Yeah, and so I was like, well, ha, mine is gonna carry mine forever, and so that's why I gave my boys my last name. So that they can continue the bloodline, because he said I couldn't continue it. And so that was just a ha in his face. And I'm just being honest. I don't care what y'all got to say about me, how you think about it. It was a ha in his face.
See, what I'm saying is, that's the problem. See, these politicians in these places, the coochie banks that be giving y'all the semen and stuff y'all be signing up for. They got y'all real jaded in the brain because everything relies on the man. Everything, the DNA of the kid, you being able to have one.
Listen, I don't understand. No, see, you went left.
Well, I can't.
I'm right here. No, I'm right here in the middle with it because I know that I can't carry the bloodline. But I literally was in that space in my time, in my moment, dealing with daddy issues. And when he said that to me, I was in the midst of daddy issues with him, and I was like, well, I can do what I want to do. But see, that's how I do. And so but again, that's one of the factors in it. Had I been able to, I would have, but I wasn't able to. And so since I wasn't able to, it was like a very childish, petty moment in me. Right?
See, and that's the thing. That's gonna cost so much money in the long run to change that name. Because there are kids that want their father's last name.
There are, but see, if my boys grow up and they're like, Mom, I don't want to be, I don't want to have your last name no more, then do you? You want to have your dad's name? Y'all go meet, y'all bond it out, y'all have good.
I'm saying is women don't really have the choice of keeping their maiden name once they get married. You know what I'm saying? It gets tricky with that too. You have some women that get married and don't change their name at all. I think that's disrespectful, and y'all can come for me if you want to. You can get in my inboxes. I will strip you a new one. I think that's fucking stupid. That's disrespectful to your husband to not take his name. Okay, because he's taking responsibility for your raggedy ass. Okay, I'm done with that.
Damn it.
I'm serious. I'm just saying. That's the whole point of your father giving you away to the husband. You drop your maiden name and you take on your married name. Period. Now, for paperwork reasons, mine is hyphenated, but you best believe I had a month-long discussion with my husband to see if he was okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. But I just think it's just not good. You know, even though the bloodline is still going, it's just you costing your kid money in the long run.
No, I mean, yeah, but no, because even with my last name, I can still, when you know, they still gonna get paid. With Taylor's different. Oh, I didn't mean to say her name, but anyways, my daughter's different. My daughter has her dad's last name.
Okay.
She and that I'm glad because it's her stuff so pretty with his name. But anyways, I knew that he was military official. He was official. Blah 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 blah.
Rewind.
Right. He was affiliated in the military of some sort. And so I knew that without his name, that if anything was to happen, she would not be able to receive those benefits.
Right.
And so I hear where you're coming from, but you listen.
I just got confused. I'm just saying. It just,
with the boys, it was one of those things. Like I said, had I been able to put his name on there, it wouldn't have been an issue. But since I couldn't, it was just like a FU to all of it.
And I get that part. I even had the conversation with my dad, when me and Curtis got married. My dad was like, so are you going to hyphenate your name? I said, well, Dad, I don't want to. I said, but based for all of my paperwork for medical reasons, I said, I'm going to have to hyphenate it, because it's a lot of work getting all that changed over, And so, but I told my dad, I said, I'm always going to be a Blackman girl. Always. But I'm a Lee. I am Curtis Lee's wife. Curtis Lee Jr. Let me correct that. I am Mrs. Lee. So, I proudly bear that name. Blackman, my last name comes with a lot of responsibility too. So it's, my dad, I could hear the hurt in his voice, but I'm like, Dad, I'm getting married, but I'm his first daughter. So yeah, he boo-hooed, trust me. He boo-hooed like, oh God, like Lord, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it's just important that child bears the father's last name. I just think it's just something about it that I think is important, just in my opinion.
No, it's fine. I think that the children,
the one and only ever.
But
yeah.
But again, it.
Yeah, it just.
And just because and don't get mad because you get so mad and frustrated with me when I do this, but I'm just telling you, they names sound better with my last name anyway. Just like my daughter's name sounds better.
Give me one of them buttons so I can kick y'all out and then bring you back in.
My daughter's name sound better with her dad's name. My son's name sound better with mine. It just flows better. It's like music.
Yeah.
Let what go, Curtis? What we letting go? Oh, never mind.
Lord, yeah. So okay, so I'm
Ernest gonna make me find him to find out who he is because he is being hilarious.
That might be your next husband since he rich, bitch.
Ma'am, I don't do husbands. I do happily single.
Look, I done gave Ernest away. Lord have mercy.
I do happily single.
Happily single.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me say this,
y'all. Listen, if we gonna do this, you're gonna have to put me on a whole nother show because we're not gonna do it right now.
Scary ass. I'm just gonna say this.
Ain't no skirt.
Look, y'all, come close so y'all can see me. There are so many benefits to being married. First of all, being covered by a man that loves God enough to protect you. That right there. And then being able to come home to someone who is your twin flame. That way you think they say, I love that. Somebody to do everything with, it's just, I love it. Child, I'll go to an event and I'll be like, y'all, I'm ready to go. I'm about to go see my husband. See y'all later. I come early so I can leave early. So I can go hang out with my husband.
You better get it.
I do.
Listen.
Marriage is
I tell you, I said it again. I say it over and over again. I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all are. Listen, for me and myself.
And then you know what? This is no. Let me.
He talking about you as OG because I get so confused.
He talking about Ernest, your future husband.
I'm not marriage material. Let me just put that out there. Let me put that out there so nobody get no ideas. I am not marriage material.
The beautiful part about being married,
I can't cook. I'm homely. I cuss like a sailor. I drank like a fish.
And you float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. We get it.
I got it.
Anyway, like I was saying, the other beautiful part about being married is
being single is fabulous. Thank you.
Who said that?
Ernest.
Ernest, hush for a second. No. The other beautiful thing about marriage is being able to, hey, Auntie Michelle, see, you missed it. There was people picking on us and everything else. That's what I'm saying. Like, we had to act real ugly. Ugly.
Hi, Auntie. I don't know who Auntie is. Hi, but I like
Auntie Michelle. Yeah. No, she, listen, the beautiful part about, before I get interrupted again, the beautiful part about marriage is being able to make love to the same person unseen. You ain't got to worry about a whole bunch of stuff when you honest with your damn partner. Quit fucking everybody and taking on all them damn spirits. Okay, I think I'm off my soapbox. And look, she gonna mute it.
I'm celibate. No, I was muting. I was muting my background. I'm celibate, ma'am. I'm not screwing none of everybody. I'm celibate.
You said you're selling it?
I didn't celibate, ma'am. Celibate. I don't have sexual intercourse or nothing with nobody.
I don't know what you're missing.
I do know what I'm missing, but right now I'm purifying my mind, body, spirit, and soul.
For what if you're not getting married?
For a minute.
For what if you're not getting married? Ain't no point purifying shit.
I'm marrying myself. I told you I was marrying myself.
I'm not coming to that bullshit. I'm not coming to that bullshit. I'm not. You already discussed that dumbass shit with me, and I'm not doing it.
Well, you brought it up. I'm just telling you.
Bro, 5 things of candy was almost $20.
Jesus.
Whose candy was $20?
God, dog.
Her ass off. Yes, because she loved Netflix and chill. Oh, Kelly, telling your business. You love Netflix and chill.
Kelly, if you don't stop, no. But see, here's the thing. Ernest said he liked all the mess I said anyway, which is
and Ernest also said splash splash. He might be trying to get them digits later.
Kelly, why you lying? I can't cook. My stuff be half raw. Listen, don't eat my mac.
She's lying, Ernest. She's available. She's an available bachelorette. She ready.
I do love Kelly. First of all, Kelly, stop telling all my business.
And look, Ernest, and she thick in the thighs too, Ernest.
I'm not having sex because my soul is listen, I do. I love sex. It's amazing. I don't want none because my soul is feeling lovely.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Jonathan? Go see what it is. Don't be next to me with all that damn growling. Go.
He said Uber. I'm about done. Ma'am, there's nothing wrong. It's hot as
look at you, Ernest. She blushing. Look at she getting hot.
My body is not available to any and everybody. Let me just put it like that. It is not available
because it can't be for Jesus alone. I'm just saying.
And since I am single, it will no longer be available.
You need some deliverance. I don't know who the hell what you're saving it for. You ain't look what.
No, but this is to your point though, B. I am at the point now. I'm not just gonna have sex with anybody because children come. Well, they can't come from me no more. But I'm just saying, children come. Okay. So my thing is I'm very selective now. And since I'm
single,
that,
Ernest, she can't have no more kids. Okay, go ahead.
Ma, come on, I can't.
I can't. I'm just saying. I'm very selective. I don't need to give my precious to every and anybody.
That's right. That's right, Kelly. She need to get the dust off. She need a dust off.
Just because you out of both jaw legs, Kelly, don't mean I got to. And Beatrice, you married, so you that's part of your marital contract.
Listen, if it wasn't a marital let me hold up. Let me not tell my husband's business.
It's a whole different conversation. We don't even want to have this one today. We 2 hours in.
We didn't have to kill a bitch.
We'll talk about this later.
Okay, y'all, we love y'all. It's been 2 hours. BJ about to fuss, so we're gonna end up having to get off of here so he can fuss after this. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this show. You guys are so special to me.
No, I don't.
Everybody, mute yourself. so I can do
I'm
my
sorry.
closing remarks. Damn.
I love you. I'm sorry.
Mute it. Anyway, like I was saying, thank you guys so much for supporting this podcast. And I can't wait to show you guys what we have ready for season 2. And I love y'all. I really do. Like, this is definitely has been a long vision, and I'm glad we're here. But I also have some other news. So Miss Sharon and Dennis have invited me to be on their show tomorrow morning. So I will be on the side, John. I am so happy about that. Y'all just don't understand. Like, they are big giants within this network, and I'm honored to be on their show tomorrow. So I'm super excited. Trying to ignore these comments that Kelly got. D'Amica, sorry I'm late, but I'm glad I caught the last of it. Yes, because you can also watch a rerun too of the show on my page, and I am probably going to go ahead and put all these shows on my YouTube page. So I will let you guys know, when it is up and ready. But I'm so excited, you guys. Like, to be a guest on these different shows has definitely impacted my my show, and it has prepared me, to be here. So I thank all of you, and I see that little Missy has her hand up. So go ahead. What you want?
Okay. One, BJ, mute Kelly. Mute the hell out of Kelly. Okay, but that's how can I watch the show tomorrow?
So when they send me the link, what I'll do is I will do the same thing I did today, and I will have it queued and ready to go on my page.
Wrong.
Okay.
All she
Is
got
that not how this works?
All she got to do is search anything Sam Sports, Ignorant Thinker Podcast is going to pop up.
That's what he said, but every time I see the damn advertisement, do I see Sugar Trash Podcast on there? No. But we'll deal with you later.
No, I'm not deal with your ass, goddammit.
Deal with you later.
You know what?
You got to be a certain height to talk to me like that.
I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. You're lucky we're still alive.
Okay.
Oh no, we finna peace out. So I love y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow.
It was fun, Beatrice. Next time you invite me on, make sure I take my blood pressure medication. I don't have blood pressure medication.
Look, no blood pressure medication. I have to take mine too. Hell, but I love y'all, and watch your mouth. Yeah, that's right. See, you see that, BJ? You finna get your ass in trouble. My husband already. Don't play. Don't play. You already know. All right, love y'all. Namaste and ashe.